Statement. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Salamanca City Central School District acknowledges the homeland of the Onondaga, the people of the Great Hill, the Seneca people on whose ancestral and modern-day land Salamanca Schools District now stands and whose water we enjoy. We stand with all Indigenous peoples in their resolve to remain connected to their land. While we cannot undo what has been done, it is the goal of the Salamanca City Central School District to recognize the history and make improvements that will benefit the next 7 generations of Indigenous students.
Thank you, everyone.
Seniors, as you come in, make sure you sign in with their please. Oh, yeah.
Do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes, we do. We have one item, which is item 7F under new business, which is a contract and bid award for Front Avenue demolition and abatement. That is the only change since Friday.
Mark, can you say that again? I don't know if everybody heard that.
Certainly. We have one item change, which is under new business, item 7F. It is a contract and a bid award for the Front Avenue demolition and abatement of the home.
Okay. And with that, we need a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Dale, second by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries. And next, we have our budget presentation.
Yes, that is coming up. So this is our final budget presentation, and it really provides an overview of the entire budget as being proposed that we are looking to have voted on later this evening. So first up, we have the revenue. You'll see that we do have a 13.2, so I'm reading down at the bottom, big picture, 13.2% increase in revenue. The large portion of that comes from what we refer to as miscellaneous revenue. And to provide a little further clarification to that, that is in large part due to interest that we have received due to some of the cash that we have on hand. So we know that our interest rates are a bit higher than they have been in the past several years. And while that causes us and other districts some debt issues, for us with the cash that we do have and the reserves, that has netted us $1.8 million in revenue. The other is an actual increase that we see from state aid. So that is a 7.6% increase, which for us, dollar amount is about $2.1 million. So overall, we have an increase of $6.8 million this particular year, which is a 13% increase in revenue. So here's a look at the entire budget broken down by salary, benefits, capital expenditures, contractual, BOCES, material and supplies, and then debt transfers. So you'll see that the large portion of the increase in our expenditures comes in the form of salary and benefits. And for a school organization, that's where we would expect to see that. And that is a result in large part of additional staff, but also due to some contractual requirements that cause the increases there. So benefits we talked about either the last meeting or the previous meeting before that, we knew was going to go up. It did go up significantly. For us, the benefit hit is about a 17.4% increase. And the other area that we see an increase in is debt. And we talked about that at the last meeting as well. We are incurring some debt that we anticipate and need to incur to offset some of the state aid that we will be getting on that debt. The big picture here is that there is no tax levy increase. And I'll repeat that one more time in case you can't see it in the big green letters there. Our total taxes for the community for the 7th year in a row remains at $250,000. And the big message here, once again, is that there is no tax levy increase. So we're required to present what the state refers to as the property tax report card. So what you'll see here is the proposed budget for the 24-25 school year of $57.9 million. And that is a 6.7% or $6.7 million increase over this current year. And as we saw before, a lot of that is due to salaries for increased personnel, as well as the benefits that are associated with that. You'll see our tax levy is once again static at $250,000. And overall, that represents a 4% increase in our total budget. Another portion of the property tax report card deals with our fund balances. So you'll see that we actually will have an increase in our restricted fund balance of $5 million. You'll see that our assigned appropriated fund balance does go down a little bit, as well as our unrestricted fund balance. That adjusted unrestricted fund balance as a percentage is 46.5%. And yes, that is above the permissible state allotment. You'll see a couple other notes here, specifically with some of our school reserves. For the most part, they remain very close, if not going up. So one of the concerns that people might have is we're spending more money from our reserves. But in this particular case, for the most part, they remains very, very similar from year to year. There are a few unknowns still as we move forward. We actually do not have some of our final figures from state aid, but we're pretty confident on what we do have. Of course, we have enrollment fluctuations with regard to our student population. But overall, we have some measures in here that would allow us to be able to absorb percentage or students who increase, as well as some of the special education students that we anticipate coming in that their cost is typically a little bit more than our non-special education students. And then we are in the process of negotiating several contracts, one of which is the SSSO. So we don't have the final contract version, but we have made some predictions, and those are included in the budget as well. And at this point in time, I am happy to take any questions that you might have.
Yeah, I got one, Mark. So
Certainly.
on your property tax report card, you're listing we've been flat for 250,000. Can you explain on the revenue sheet why we approved 390,500 in 23-24, and then why we have 251,200 in 24-25 proposed?
Let's see. I believe that is on the previous slide.
Slide 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going forward there, Marcy. One more ahead. Nope, one more.
No, it's slide 2.
That's what I have.
Right
Oh.
there.
There we go. That's a terrific question. So we approved an increase last year that I do not believe we actually realized. I don't have a good answer for why that is. We did not, I do not believe we actually levied that true tax dollar amount.
All right, where's Karen?
Yeah, where's?
Well, I just wanted it to be clear. I mean, we've been approving 250,000 flat for several years in a row now, but when you show this slide, it looks like we approved 390,500 last year, and we didn't.
That's correct. You know what? So that is going to be tax related, not necessarily just the tax levy. Let me see if I can find out exactly what the answer to that is. The tax levy is not only the tax related revenue that we have. So included in this is a broader category. So there's $140,000 that we approved from other sources other than the tax levy. Let me see if I can get some further details for you on that within a matter of a few moments.
Okay.
But you're correct. The levy that we included last year and the previous 6 years to that was $250,000. There are other items included in tax related. So that sounds confusing, but like I said, I will get a clarification for you on that momentarily.
Okay.
Does that mean you're texting Karen right now?
That means exactly that. I am texting Karen.
That's what I figured.
Tell Karen to get on the Zoom.
Yep.
I had a few other questions, but I'll defer.
You're going to spare me? Thank you.
Yeah, I'll defer.
Does anyone else have any other questions?
I don't.
Okay. Thanks, Mark. All right, next we'll move on to communications. Do we have anybody here to speak? No, no question. Okay. Then we'll move on to the consent agenda. So we need a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion. Motion by Brad. Second. Second by Christian. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. We have no old business. The new business is to adopt the 24-25 budget. Still want to go over that? To your question, and to packet.
If we stall long enough,
I
we'll get the
know.
answer from Karen.
I know, right? So we do need a motion to approve the 24-25 budget. Since there's revenues, I'm not too concerned about it.
Motion.
Motion by Dale,
Second.
second by Tad. Are there any other questions on the 24-25 budget?
Did you get an answer yet, Mark?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So that additional $139,000 was due to the exclusivity funds that the district received from the Seneca Nation. But because the compact has run out, we don't know if that's going to continue, so we did not budget for that this year.
Okay. Then we have a motion by Dale, second by Tad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Next, we have the school property tax report card, and tax levy for 24-25. So we need a motion to approve the property tax report card and the tax levy.
Motion.
Motion by Terry. Second. Second by Dale. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item C is our STA memorandum of agreement. So we need a motion to approve the STA MOA. Motion. Motion by Brad,
Second.
second by Tad. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item D, we have a few items that we're declaring surplus, a couple laptops, so we need a motion to approve those items to be declared surplus. Motion. Motion by Dale. Second. Second by Tracy. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item E is our donation from the Indigenous Parent Committee. And that is in the amount of $265. So we need a motion to approve that donation.
Motion.
Motion by Christian. Second. Second by Brad. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item F is our contract and bid award for the Front Avenue demolition and abatement. So that's to approve Epic Contracting for $82,875. So we need a motion to approve the contract with Epic.
Motion.
Motion by Dale,
Second.
second by Tracy. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstain, motion carried. Item 8A is our personnel consent agenda. Item 8B, we need a motion to approve item 8A.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Tad, second by Christian. Are there any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstain, motion carried. Do we have any introductions that we need to do?
Yes, we do. If I could have Mr. Ball stand up, because I believe he is in attendance there. So I am very pleased to introduce our new head bus driver for our transportation department, Mr. Roger Ball. A little bit of history on him. He started with the district in 2007 as a bus driver. He was promoted to auto repair helper in 2012, was promoted again to auto mechanic in 2019. And tonight he has been promoted to our head bus driver. As the head bus driver, he manages the day-to-day activities that occur on with our transportation system to the multitude of locations that we send our students to. He's responsible for ensuring that those students arrive at school and arrive back home safely, and provides a friendly and courteous environment. And really, we know that that bus driver role is incredibly important, as is his. And what better day to have him be appointed than on National Transportation Day, or National Bus Driver Appreciation Day. So that is today as well. A couple things about Roger that I have noticed is that he is exceptionally student-centered. And what I mean by that is he will go above and beyond the role of the traditional head bus driver to help students. In fact, there's a student right now that he has an interest in photography and racing, and he is coordinated with a teacher that the student has to provide an opportunity for that student well above and beyond the school day, that will provide that student with some potentially life-changing opportunities as he has an opportunity to work with professional photographers. So, this shows the type of person that Roger is. He does his job, but then he also pays particular interest to students, their interests, and is willing to go above and beyond to help those particular students out. He took on the interim head bus driver role around October of this year, and has done a very, very good job. In the time that I have spent talking with our bus drivers to see how things are going, every single one of them said that they were, this is going to sound a bit like a sarcastic point, they were surprised at how he stepped up and the terrific job that he has done. So I'm looking forward to working with him in the future, and congratulate Mr. Ball on his next promotion in the district.
You have a speech for us?
It's not necessarily group setting type person, but thanks for the opportunity, and I'll try to not let you do.
Congratulations. Any other introductions?
We have several cleaners that have joined our staff, but I don't believe they're there, and I will make sure that we extend our warm welcome to them when we see them.
Okay. Then with that, we're going to move on to our board information and reports. Our upcoming, which on behalf of our upcoming events, our next Board of Education meeting is May 14th. And we also do have our budget election, our board election, I should say, on the 21st. So everybody come on out and vote. And then the kids will be excited. No school on the 24th, and then no school on the 27th. And with that, I need a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of a high school principal interview.
Motion.
Motion by Carrie, second by Dan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. We do not expect to take any action coming out, so for all of you students that showed up for 10 minutes, congratulations. You still get it. You picked the right meeting to come to.
Definitely picked the right.
Yeah. So come on down and any one of us can. Yeah.